Hello and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Randy4short or Randy4short, and in today's video we are going to be closing out my budget number 1 of January 2021 and setting up budget number 2 of January. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Grab my calculator. Okay, so for our actual income, we received less than expected because my our health insurance did renew, and that is taken out of my husband's check. So we received 2,487.06, and we did actually roll over the $1,023.28. So because we received less than expected, I automatically know that we were not able to pay ourselves first with this paycheck. So our income total was $3,510.34. Let's see, our check was short by $62.94 is what we were short by, and then the rollover is the same. Sorry if you hear my son in the background. I told you guys that I did move to the bedroom downstairs, so we're all on the first floor where his playroom is. His playroom is our living room because we do have a loft where we mainly watch TV. So right now his playroom is the living room, so they're in there and he's loud. So sorry about that. Okay, so and then received. We check all of that off. I kind of don't need the received for the income. I may not use this column going forward. That's just a mental note. But let's see. We were on budget and everything except a couple things have been paid. So the mortgage was paid, and we did use the majority of the rollover money to pay our mortgage because we are 1 month ahead. So that is that. And then Vivint was on budget. Gas I had to lower down to $70. Just because this paycheck, my husband let me know that he has some certifications that he needed to renew last minute. So I had to retweak the budget. So I had to take some money out of gas, but even still, we had a buffer in our gas account. So that was all right. Groceries, we did set aside $250 for that. The daycare fee, it hasn't come out yet. So what I've started to do since I have this new paid column is I put an S for scheduled. So it hasn't come out yet, but it's being scheduled to pay. So I just put an S instead of a check mark because a check mark is complete, like it has been paid. We did set aside $370 for my husband's certifications. Adobe Cloud is what I use for my YouTube channel. Natural gas was a bummer. So I actually need to redo this part. So natural gas was actually over budget. So we budgeted $20 and it ended up being $94.48, which if I had looked at, if I had completed this page prior to setting up this budget, let me find it. It's my utilities tracker page that I made when I set up this budget. Oh, here it goes. So it has all of the utilities from 2020. So if I would have noticed that this time last year, or should I say, this time last year, our January bill was $132.70. So that easily tells me, plus it's wintertime right now, so I don't know what the heck I was thinking. But that would have told me that our natural gas bill was going to be higher than $20 no matter what. So it ended up being $94.48. So Once I saw that, because I just checked our account today and I saw that that was way over what I had budgeted for, but I was like, yeah, makes sense. So I had went ahead and completed this page for 2020. So going forward, as part of my budget closeout for each month, I will be writing in the amounts or making sure I wrote in the amounts that our utilities were for that month so that for 2022, I can use 2021's column as a reference to estimate what the bills are going to be for next year. But for right now, February, I am going to make a note of what I should budget for February's utilities since it is wintertime. So this will come in handy with like the season change. So especially during the summer, once it gets hotter and we'll be using more electricity to run the AC. And then again, later this year, once winter hit again, we'll be able to tweak our budget for the gas to go up. So yeah, so that's $94. So we were over $74.48. So I could put a little squiggly there because that is my little notation that we weren't on budget and there's more to the story. So there's that. I'm trying to think in the back of my mind what I'm going to do with this because there was not only was there no money left over in this budget, we were also under budget. So yeah. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to put this together. But for right now, let's keep going. So iCloud was on budget for $9.99. Hulu was on budget. My life insurance was on budget. Costco credit card is just a visual reminder. Disney Plus was on budget. We did set aside $560 for 2 weeks of childcare. Amazon credit card is just a visual reminder. Frontier is our home internet, and that was on budget at $54.76. Nelnet is my student loans. So since my husband's student loans, since he has unsubsidized loans, those do accrue interest while he's in school. So once this COVID forbearance is done with, the interest on his loans will become not due that, but it'll start accruing every month. And I do want to pay that interest accrual off every month so it doesn't build up and we end up owing more and the interest being capitalized once he graduates. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I did do a series on student loans. Not many people watched it, so I guess not that many people was interested in it as I was led to believe. But it's still there in case, in the future, if you want to reference it, I'll link it up in the cards. And then Netflix was on budget at $13.99. So let's see. Oh, I was supposed to be checking all these off. This budget, a new budget boy, got me all turned around. So no, we're not checking because we're doing the variance right now. So scheduled. I don't know what I want to put here for plus or minus. I mean, actually, I did transfer the money, so I'm just going to put plus or minus for this budget. I did transfer it to Q Money to hold the money until it's get charged on our credit card. And once it's charged on our credit card, I'll take that money from Q Money and pay off our credit card. So that's basically how it's going to work. So I think I'm going to be okay with putting a dash in it. And if any of these ever end up being more than what I put, then in the next budget, I'm thinking to write the overage in the unbudgeted section. Yeah, that'll work. Sorry, I got to talk to myself out loud about new things and how I'm going to do them. So iCloud, let me finish putting all of these. Childcare, I can definitely put a dash. And for the next paycheck, I will not be using this section. Like I will not be carrying down the lines because I just do not like the way this looks. So I'll just be leaving this blank. If I choose to use it as a note section, I probably will. But for the most part, I'm just going to leave this blank going forward because I just do not like how this looks. So let's go ahead and add up all of the actuals. All right, so that total is 3,573.28. But that's not true because I went over. Because I'm just trying to think, because usually there's money left over. And so therefore I have a line to put this, like to note the unbudgeted section in here in like one lump sum. But since no money was left over, um, so let's try this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this savings total because that was our expense total. But I'm going to, since I don't have that line, like that medical line, which I usually have, that basically I'm dumping all of the money that's left over from these expenses. Since I don't have that line, I'm going to make a line underneath the expense total because I want this expense total to be true to what it was, and I want unbudgeted to be in its own category. So since I don't have that line in expenses. So what I'm going to do is unbudgeted, I'm going to put, for budgeted, I'm going to put 0, and then I'm going to put unbudgeted total. And then the unbudgeted total, I'm going to do the difference, which was $74.48. I'm not going to worry about the plus or minus. So for right now, I'll think about it later, but savings total, because usually I just go down the variance column and just add up that unbudgeted. But the 74.48 needs to be on this side. But if I put 94.48, that's going to overestimate my actual expenses because I already have the $20 up here. Okay, so let's just think about it later. So I'm gonna add these two up. Nope, that doesn't work. Oh wait, yes it does. It works. Okay, so if I go across, this is 0, and then I go across this way, and then that's 74.48. So, okay. Because even if I added these two together, and then the difference between the budgeted versus actual, the numbers will still be true. Okay, so that works. So we'll go down 62.94 plus 74.48 that I was under budget by. So we were over by budget by $137.42. Is that true? So just to double check that that is right. Sorry, my son is just going ham right now, but 35, 10, 34, minus 35, 73, 28, minus 74, 48. Yeah, so 137. Okay, so those numbers are right. All right. Well, that is the planner babe struggle with a new planner. Okay, so this is paycheck number 2. So because the health insurance comes out every paycheck, I am going to lower our budgeted paycheck. Man, y'all, these paychecks are getting lower and lower every time I turn around. But it's okay. God got it. We just got to keep on taking our steps. So what I'm going to estimate for our income for paycheck number 2 is $2,480. And then we are going to roll over $776.79. So, and then you pay yourself first. I highly doubt that we'll be able to pay ourselves first in this paycheck, but I mean, you never know. I'm not going to count it out. So 2,480 plus 776.79. That income total is 3,256.79. Okay, and then these are the expenses that I'm going to budget for paycheck number 2. One quick note for our groceries, we still do go to Costco, just because since me and my husband eat a lot and we like to have leftovers, there's just things at Costco that we like. So what I did is I took $100 out of our grocery budget every month and I allocated it towards Costco. So for this go round, since I didn't do Costco in the first paycheck, I'm going to give Costco a full $100, and then I'm going to decrease the money that I would have had in our groceries by $100. So what we have remaining is 108.48. So next is life insurance for my husband, which is $69.96. Edison, which is our electricity bill. Sapphire is a credit card where it's just a visual reminder to pay off. MetLife did increase to $281. Childcare did increase as well to $280 every week. It's we can't catch a break. Our son turned 2 and the income went down, and then it went back up starting January 1st because they are trying to recoup some of their losses from 2020, I imagine. So, yeah. So it's 280 every week now. So 280 times 2 is 560 for 2 weeks. We are going to roll over $1,859.45 because we are 1 month ahead on our mortgage, and water and trash is $120, Verizon is $125, and then ID theft is $12.90. So expense total, I'm just gonna skip a line. So just in case I have an unbudgeted total, I'll just write it in right there. But I don't know, I don't want to write it because I feel like I'm somehow going to be manifesting that. And that's what I'm not here for that. So actual and then variance. I can say that just doing this though, I would like this paid and received column or whatever, just like a checkbox to say it was paid. I want it on the left side, but if I was to move over these columns, then budgeted would be a big column, and then actual wouldn't really have no space for me to write. So yeah, I'm not liking this setup. I like the way I did it in my Erin Condren better, honestly. But anyways, let's go ahead and add up these budgeted items. So 3,256.79 is the total of our budgeted expenses, which equals our estimated income. So that means we have a zero-based budget. So yeah, I am definitely finding my feet in this planner. If you guys are using this planner, let me know what you think of it so far. Now that we're halfway done with our first month of 2021, like, do you like the planner? Do you still need time to figure out if you like it? Are you new to budgeting and you're still trying to get, your budgeting feet under you? Let me know down in the comments. And if you guys can hit that thumbs up button if you like the video, and hit that subscribe button if it feels right, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.